Hello YouTubers, and welcome to Planet Film. Today we're next door in the woodwork room, and with the help of our trusty wood turning lathe here, I'm going to drill a hole in the centre of this Canon body cap, ready to accept a recently acquired pinhole shim. First things first, before we drill the basic hole in the body cap, we've got some manufacturer's lettering embossed on the inside of the body cap, and we need to sand that off. So I'm going to get this in the chuck first, nice and flat in the chuck, smooth that off, get that off nice and flat, and then we can get started with the drilling. Okay, what I've decided to do there is that lettering's quite pronounced, so I've just gone in with a skewer chisel just to rub that off first, then we'll give it a rub with a little bit of sandpaper. Nothing special, just ordinary woodworking and sandpaper here. And that's all we need, just a slightly coarse surface, just so we can key that for the glue. So we're ready to drill now. We'll drill that out first. Job done. Easy peasy. Okay, what we'll do now, we're going to reverse the body cap. It's ideal. We're going to reverse the body cap and countersink it. Get that in the chuck. Now we don't want to go too deep here, because all we'll end up doing is enlarging the hole, which we don't want obviously. Keep it nice and small. A little bit more. That should do it. This is our pinhole shim. You'll never see this 0.25 hole in the centre of this shim in a million years on the camera, but you can trust us, it's there. All we need to do now is drop it in here, centralise it with a bit of adhesive behind it, let that go off, and we've got ourselves a pinhole camera. Here's our body cap and pinhole, both coated with a very light coating of glue. We'll just let that go off for a minute or two, and bring them together with a little bit of weight on the top just to keep them in place. Make sure the pinhole is centralised, and we're done. And there you have it. That's our pinhole, centralised in the middle of the body cap. Just wait for that glue to go off and we can start some pinhole photography, digital style. Welcome to Planet Digital. Here's the first attempt at a digital pinhole camera. Nothing more than a simple piece of foil taped over the front of a pre-drilled hole. It'll be interesting to see by comparison how these two compare, because that was the brass shim was laser cut. This was simply made with a very fine needle. Right then, just a couple of quick comparison shots to show you. One of them's on the computer screen behind us now, and I'll talk through them and see what we think. Here's the first of our comparison shots. Basically I just took the Nikon P900 off the tripod, which I've been using for video, put it down on the table, put the pinhole camera on the tripod. First of all, I put the homemade pinhole lens on the camera, knocked off a shot, swapped over to the brass shim. The one on the left is the tinfoil pinhole. I'm very impressed actually. Low in contrast, lots of detail in there, obviously with it being black. Relatively sharp, so yeah, it's got its appeal. On the right we've got the brass shim pinhole, quite considerably sharper, massive difference in contrast. For a shot like this, personally I prefer the one on the left. Just goes to show it's entirely subjective. Hobson's choice, whichever analogy you want to apply. Move on to the second shot. Literally stepped out the back door and shot this one over the fence. Again, the homemade affair on the left, brass shim on the right. Brass shim as before, sharper, brighter colours. Not that much more sharp, to be absolutely honest, but certainly more contrast in there. Our homemade foil pinhole, soft, low in contrast, slightly muted colours. But again, Hobson's choice really. They both have their appeal. I'm happy with both of them. Very interesting comparison. So that's another one wrapped up.